Hey, everybody, Jim Cummings here. And if Tigger were here, he'd say, thanks, everybody, for bouncing on in here and enjoying the show. But before we go, I want you to do me a small favor. Hit like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. Now, speaking of enjoying the show, enjoy the show.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Tuned In with Jim Cummings. I'm producer Chris, joined as always by the legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, much better.
Much better indeed.
I was crappy yesterday, and now that Raven's here, we're having a good time.
Yes, we have two very special guests for you today. None other than Raven-Symoné and Miranda Maday. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. We're so excited.
Thank you for coming down.
We were on the drive-in this morning. We were listening to some interviews that you've done before, and I have to say, like, you just have such a fascinating life to me. Like, just
really?
fascinating.
Can you tell me what that is so I can see it?
No, I will actually elaborate on that.
Yeah,
because to me, there's really only off the top of my head, there's really only like 3 professions that you can do like almost straight out of the womb, and that's like acting, singing, and what? Like performing.
Well,
dancing.
It's got to be dancing.
The
as soon as you can learn to walk.
Yeah. And
You-
that's so fascinating to me to just like have such like your whole life essentially like on camera. Like that's such a unique human experience.
Yeah. I think
Yes, it is.
You're in the category, you're in that Shirley Temple category. Oh, yeah. I think
Definitely
she was
know
like
a little
the
bit
first,
about her.
right?
Yeah, definitely
right?
know. I don't know if she was she could have been the first female. There might have been a boy beforehand because we know how America works. But listen, Shirley Temple's name was definitely thrown around the house a lot. And especially in the time that I grew up in the industry, late 80s. Mid 80s.
Yeah,
85.
85.
The year you were born.
That's mids. Right?
That is exactly mid.
You guys forgive me. I have math issues. It was imperative that someone that looked like me, female and black, have everything underneath their belt just in case you get called at any moment. Wow. And that was something that was definitely drilled into me at a young age. So dance classes, singing lessons, practicing day in and day out, and making sure you have good grades because you still have to know the War of 1812 if there is such a war. I don't.
She made that up.
I made that up. I have no idea about the wars.
Exactly. But at least you got the year right.
Some year.
It was
Something happened.
Something happened that
back
year.
when they were really pissed off. And, you know.
Exactly.
Oh my God. That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, no pressure.
No pressure at all.
None at all.
Because this is what life is about. I was taught at a very young age that like just because you're a kid in this industry, you still have to know that there's this amount of money being made for each episode. If you get sick or if you want to quit, you're ruining production and get on your stuff, and like you have days off and those are the days you take off, but sick, not sick, just get up and work. So that's
no pressure.
No, not at all. What are you talking about? Pressure? That's a pressure.
And you were raised in and around show business as well, as far as I understand, correct?
This is correct. Yeah, my parents both were big showbiz people in the sense that like my mom wanted to be an actress and my dad always knew he wanted to do something in the industry, and they met actually in school doing shows. I'm named after Miranda from The Tempest.
Okay.
And so they were big Shakespeare thespians. And then, they moved to Los Angeles, had me. My dad worked at CBS, and then he went over to Warner Brothers, and he worked at Warner Brothers for, I think, like 28, 29 years.
Oh, wow.
By the time that I was born, I was, I was a lot kid.
So you don't get starstruck or anything like that?
No.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. I feel like there's the one-off, I mean, honestly, you. Like,
What?
well, just so
think
much
it's
respect.
the childhood.
It's the childhood nostalgia. I think that, you're
You're a legend, bro.
I mean, like Winnie the Pooh. I mean, that was like so.
You have to do the voice for him then.
Well, I suppose I could. But only for a smackerel of honey. Oh, bother. Poor Raven. That is so Raven of you.
It is.
Is that on camera? Can I put that as my like ringtone? That's the only time. That is the only time I'll claim that citizenship.
See what I'm saying? I want to be. Wait, can Winnie the Pooh say my name?
I don't think so. It would be ever so hard.
He's like, that's because I forgot it. Miranda.
No, I did a cartoon at Bonkers, and my partner was Miranda Wright. So I
That's
thought
hilarious.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
But it's nice to meet you, Miranda.
Oh.
That was Bonkers, by the way.
Hey,
And it is
Bonkers.
nice to meet you, Miranda. And you're just both as sweet as honey. I know you're an excellent bouncer, and I could give you bouncing lessons. That's what Tiggers do the best.
See what I'm saying? Like, that's a starstruck moment because that's
God.
that's childhood. I mean, that's like my mom would probably weep hearing that because Winnie
bless
the
her
Pooh
heart.
was so special, so special.
Yeah.
My question to you is, I really do have a question. I know this is your podcast, but I got questions.
No, please.
When you were up for that role, did you already craft that voice going in, or did they help mold that voice from you?
No, it was, God bless him, Sterling Holloway, late Sterling Holloway. He the character actor, he was Winnie the Pooh in 64, maybe 1965, and I was just a little twerp, and I heard that voice, and I would do it. Well, we're sitting around playing Monopoly, and it would be, I believe I shall buy Park Place, and I just played around doing it. Never in 100 years, you would never think, maybe I'll grow up and they'll make a cartoon of this Winnie the Pooh character. Because there were just the first three from the 60s, and then they took off for 20 years.
Yeah.
Which was good, because I've always said it gave me a chance to grow up.
Yeah.
And then I could finally, and God bless them, they started the series, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And of course they called him in to do it, Sterling Holloway. But at that point he was quite old. He was in his 90s, maybe late 90s. And so it was interesting because he already had an older sound. I mean, that's not a 10-year-old.
So Winnie the Pooh is supposed to be a 10-year-old?
Well, no, but I don't think so.
Okay.
But he appealed to them.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And,
How old is Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
I think he's ageless.
Let's
what
go
they-
with that.
So is Morgan Freeman. So how old is
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh?
Get out of here.
He turns 100 next year?
Really?
Yeah.
100?
Morgan Freeman turns 100? Oh, I was like, God damn. You guys.
Ageless.
Whoa.
If my friend Tom Kane was here, he could answer as Morgan Freeman. I think he did a lot of doubling for him.
Wow.
So I'm curious to know,
Freeman.
with your voice, did you just as a child realize
You were a
that you
parrot.
had this? Were you a little parrot? Like, how does one realize this
I
talent?
was incredibly annoying. Could you imagine
Okay.
sitting around with me because I was worse then. Now I have a barometer. Now I can pull it down. Back then I was like, hey, want to hear my, I'm doing arm parts. It was just like, oh, shut this kid up. I was the poster boy for ADHD.
Got it.
I just made Monkey Hour pay off. I didn't know that people would pay you.
Yeah.
But I found out, and I said,
Hilarious.
okay,
Wow.
let's do this. I ain't going anywhere.
It's beautiful.
Who's your favorite person to impersonate?
Oh, boy, I don't know. I never thought of it. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be asking the question.
I know, I'm sorry. But I'm sorry.
Christopher, help me out.
Sorry.
No, my favorite person to impersonate? God, I don't know. Jack Nicholson's in there
There you go.
somewhere. Yeah. And golly, I don't
Well,
know.
you don't do many impersonations.
Not a ton. Huh?
No.
Yeah, it's interesting on this podcast, like learning like the different facets of like voice acting. We just had Efren Ramirez, who played Pedro on Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, wow.
And we like, it's so interesting to me because like the more you focus on like any aspect of like humanity or any talent, any job, any career, like it seems to get so like hyper focused that like, okay, you feel like you understand most of it, and then it branches back out and there's like
Always.
all these other fingers of it, and I say all that to go back to my initial statement of like, there's voice actors who are like great impressionists, and then voice actors who are, great at coming up with voices, unique voices and matching voices. voices, and then there's another one that's like voice actors who just have a great voice.
Yes, like you.
and
You have a great You have a great voice.
He does.
Yeah, he really does.
Thank you. And they get cast over and over, like the guy who played Archer in Bob's Burgers. And
Oh my God, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
He has a great
John
voice.
Benjamin, I think his
Yeah.
name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just so fascinating to like learn all these different facets of show business in general.
Yeah,
And,
show business
like,
is interesting.
like what I initially said to you, that's what fascinates me so much about like your life, not just like your career, but your life is such a unique human experience. And I was even thinking about it on the drive here, like, nobody can really even like teach you how to navigate life because it's how unique it is, right? So like,
Therapist can.
what's
So you have to find somebody and pay them.
Exactly.
like who do you look up to and like to guide you who's had that same experience? It's hard to look up to people who haven't necessarily walked in those shoes before.
And I assume you have not met Shirley Temple. 'Cause she
I would
pops
look
in mind.
great. I would look great if I met Shirley Temple. Like that was my bestie. Can you
So
imagine?
was there anybody in your life that kind of gave you some guidance in that kind of way?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to answer two different ways. Yes, I do have people in my life that guide my career and me as a human because of their career in this industry. And then there are people that I wish I could be guided by, but they're out of reach and they're not in my vibration. So I'll say it this way. Debbie Allen is someone that I look up to and admire and revere and just want to be up underneath her all the time because her career, I'm shadowing her right now, her career is spectacular. And
who was it?
Debbie Allen.
Oh, okay.
Debbie Allen is doing things that at her age that I want to do at her age and now.
okay.
So she is someone that is definitely on the list. And I have some people behind the scenes as well, like Deborah Martin Chase and people like that. However, the Jodie Fosters or the Ron Howards that actually started as a child
sure.
and then became directors. And like, I wish I could be in their vibration and be in their world because I think the conversation would look different for me
Why don't you
moving
reach
forward.
out?
You're right.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
What's I met
That
Jodie
sounds like a
Foster
phone
in
call.
Airwalk.
I'm pretty sure Ron Howard does podcasts. No, I'm serious. I think he was on Michael Rosenbaum's, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Then I'll reach out because him, Jodie, very few people can say that they've been in the industry before they can walk. I mean, it's the Olsen
Yeah.
twins and myself and people like that, but I couldn't read and I was doing scripts and entertaining people. So
Yeah. I heard you telling a story that your parents would read you scripts as bedtime stories.
yeah, you read them right before you go to sleep. I go to sleep, I wake up.
It's wild.
And then as I kind of talk to my therapist and uncover some stuff, I'm writing my memoir right now. It is the constant throughout the day, the rehearsal. And then when I get home, the new pages, my dad, and I guess my mom too, but I think it was mostly my dad, reading the script back and forth to me all through the day before I go to sleep. And then when I wake up, it's there. So they also said I had a photographic memory when I started to look at scripts. And it's kind of true now, even still. Like I can look at a script. You've experienced it, right? How quickly I can like memorize it, but I definitely forget it, which is the side effect of the job that I have, which is I have a horrible memory. Like my brain just purges things. I can't remember what happened yesterday. Or, I'll remember big events or really traumatic ones, but you can't tell me what I said in a script.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I've got a little of that too. I wonder what that is, because I tend to remember things, and now I can not so much anymore. But you remember it as long as you need it.
Exactly.
And I don't need that anymore. I can get to. Okay, now I got a clean slate. Now I can absorb some new bullshit that I soon will not need.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and they'll change it probably. I don't know how
Yes.
yours works, but they love to change a script from Monday to Wednesday when I'm rehearsing. So I'm learning one script on Monday, and by Friday, it's a whole. It's new things, and the brain just learns to purge.
Yeah, well, fortunately for me, I just read it first time because I just do animation. That's it, and the first time I read it, it's being recorded. That's the way I do it. I don't, because a lot of times I'll do read throughs and that's fine, and I'll do it if I have to. But I'd prefer to just put it right there. No. Because my joke is instincts are the best stinks, and
I love it.
the first thing that pops out into your head and out of my mouth at this point is probably pretty good, and we'll do another take if we have to,
I understand that. My wife,
Right.
my wife and I kind of have this situation at home when she does TikToks. I was always taught, do it right the first time, get it done. And, they used to call me a one-take wonder back on the Cosby Show. Like
Nice.
if you did it twice, I'm kind of going to forget what I did beforehand and you're not going to get the same thing.
Okay.
And so even on that, so Raven and Raven's home, they were like, you never do the same take twice. And I'm like, yeah. And in my head, I'm like, because I don't remember what I did.
Yeah.
And then when my wife is doing TikToks with me, she's like, can we do it again? I'm like, I just did it fantastic already. She's like, I need to do it one more time. I'm like, this is the third time. Are you sure? But, not everyone.
Well, I always thought that was an odd thing anyway. That was perfect. That's
Do it again.
Great. Now, this time, and I go, whoa. What happened to that was perfect?
Yeah.
Where did
I
that
agree.
was perfect go?
I agree. I fully agree.
So-
That's why I don't use that word when I direct now. I'm like, okay, let's get another one. Let's see how, you know what I mean? Because if it was perfect, you don't need it again.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
agree.
Yeah, let's do another perfect.
Let's do another
Okay,
perfect.
rewind it, play it again.
Exactly.
There you go. Let's do
Exactly. I
that.
love that.
We won. Good.
I think
Everybody's
that's
happy.
why sometimes when you work on a movie or a television show and you're so frustrated by the length of the hour of the workday, because I just said that in such a twisted way, but I think you guys understood what I was saying. But I worked on a movie where, I was on set, no joke, 20 hours a day. And the length of time, obviously, that our actors were there was much less, but they would do the same scene. And this director actually ended up getting called out for it, and it was a whole thing. But 6 hours on one scene. I kid you not. And you haven't met your day at that point. Like it was insane. And I know we had to turn the camera around and get it, but the amount of times that he would require a scene to be shot was wild. It was, by the end of it, I had everything memorized because I was hearing it so much. It was wild.
I would imagine. And then they end up using the first one.
Always.
Probably. Who
Right.
knows?
That's the kicker.
Or they just cut the whole scene. You know what I mean? Like that's,
That's
the thing.
always good.
Yeah. You're like, where was that moment? Oh, they cut it.
No wonder those
Cutting
actors
room
get
floor.
paid so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But
What inspired you to start a podcast?
I really felt like podcasting was my medium. And
For what reason?
I feel like I've had
She likes to talk.
I like to talk. I like having conversation. I really, really enjoy getting to know people and having insightful and intentional conversation. And I think that I used to work as a birth doula, and
What is that?
What?
a birth doula is somebody who supports women through their labor and delivery or their pregnancy. And then
Like a midwife?
Their postpartum. A midwife can actually deliver a baby. A doula cannot. A doula
Everything but.
is really just a support person.
Well, that'd be good then. I could probably do that one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be so good at the. Oh, here, you know what? I'm gonna get a coffee. What time is it? You know.
Exactly. You probably could do it. And it's really just about knowing how to advocate and show up for the person who's having a baby.
Well, that's a blessing too.
Yeah, it's amazing work. And I realized, though, in having conversations with my clients and with families, that there was such a lack of education and understanding, especially for first-time parents. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. So I kind of tried to start a podcast that focused on that. Didn't really go. And then Raven and I simultaneously started doing just fun things on Instagram or lives, and people were really enjoying the banter between us. And we started a YouTube channel in the beginning of COVID, and the parts of the YouTube channel just kind of morphed into what is now Tea Time. And it's been great. It's been a real ride, but I love it, and I'm excited to see where it goes as it
Yeah, it
grows.
seems like you guys have a good time on there. I've watched a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a good time.
We do. And we have fun with each other. I think that's the thing too, is it's interesting to do that with your partner because we learn stuff about each other, and it's also forced
great.
time for us to communicate. You know what I mean? Like,
She's saying that as a personal thing because normally I'm extremely quiet. I'm extremely quiet.
no, I mean,
I am quiet, and I know that.
you are quiet, but it's, which I love, I don't mind, but it is fun to come in with like a specific topic that we know we're going to dive into and just talk to each other for an hour.
Wow. That's interesting that you say you're quiet, because I've actually noticed that among several actors where it's like you wouldn't think that they're quiet or shy or anything like that. Tell me if it's like this for you. Do you feel like performing, you kind of like get to express like this wild side of you, and that's like a medium of you to showcase that side of it?
That's so well said. Maybe. For me, I'm an introvert whose job is to be an extrovert.
Oh, boy.
That's just my job.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
But it seems like you really enjoy it.
Yeah, I do. I've been doing it for 38 years.
yeah.
I'm 39.
There's that.
So it's more of a, that's just what I do, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of hard. I enjoy it because I've done it for so long, but then I also am just doing stuff by route as well. Like I know how to turn it on. And then it's funny, even in our 5-year marriage, she's like, you have so much energy when you go out. And I'm like, babe, do you want me or do you want Raven-Symoné? She's like, I want you. And I'm like, okay, well then I'm a little bit introverted. This was at the beginning of our relationship. I'm like, I'm more introverted. I think because I have to extrovert so much for work. You know what I mean? But I also know people in the industry that are extrovert out and
All
in
the time. Oh,
all the
yeah.
time. I personally can't be friends with those people.
Yeah.
Because I think that
It's draining.
It's work.
it's a drain. It's work. And there's two sides of me. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be able to be that person. However, with what you said, the work that I do does help, you know, expel that extra energy that might come out that at home shows up as cleaning the entire house in 4 hours.
Oh, boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
yeah.
being in my painting room and staying there for 2 days and just painting a whole bunch.
But to me, knowing you, that's even a different person.
Yeah.
Like Raven-Symoné that the world knows is there's such a distinct switch. And I can see the minute that she changes over into that mode, that's not even the person you get on our podcast or anything like that. The person that is getting energized when we go out, that's just like any one of us who can be energized in a new environment. That's just a normal human thing. I think when your brain truly switches to work mode, and there's even difference between director Raven and actor Raven, and you know,
She's saying I have multiple personality disorder. And that's okay.
they're just like very clear and clean
Yeah.
differences between. And I think that I know some people who are very, very one note, meaning like they're an actor but they're completely the same person.
Right,
And then
right.
there are some people who are much more layered, and that's closer to Raven.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, my old joke was I'm schizophrenic and so am I.
That's great.
I love
That's
them.
wonderful.
I love that about them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's just, I always say it's stuff used to get me kicked out of class. And,
Yeah.
you know.
And look at it's making you money now.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
go.
thing, you know? I mean, you got to look at the talent that is naturally oozing out of what we can condemn at some points, especially when they're children. And instead of medicating or instead of, you know, shunning them, it's
Yeah.
like, what talent can we mold that into,
yeah,
you know?
that's a good question.
I think that would help a lot in our younger people.
Yeah, boy, yeah. I did not have that. They said, God, what's the matter with him? You know, I got a lot of that. And like, this kid, huh? Jesus Christ. You know, and phenobarbital. That was what they would give.
What's that?
Wow.
That was, they had to give, I guess I was, you know, climbing. There I am now. I was 5 years old. Come on, get down here. And because I was climbing the walls and doing crazy sounds and imitating all my aunts and uncles. And some people thought that was funny. Some people thought that they'd give him a phenobarbital.
Yeah.
And
Some people
so they
probably
had
thought
to
you were
calm his ass
possessed.
down.
I don't know what that is. What is it?
Well, it was apparently, but no, it was something to calm your ass down.
Yeah.
You know, he's hype. I used to get it was hyper. I was hyper.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't have the name for it. If you, but kids like you at that time, if there was an outlet for theater, if it wasn't so stigmatized / in school systems, I was having a conversation with a mother recently, and she was saying that I don't want to use her words because I know she's going to be out here in the world talking about it soon. But what I liked what she said was, when you have a kid, you need to make sure that you give them an outlet. Some people go into football, some people go into baseball. And her child tried a lot of different things, but the only thing that stuck was theater.
And a lot of times boys are so overlooked, meaning people see really, really energized boys and then they just want to say, oh, you have ADHD and let me sit you down.
That was me.
Yeah. And so, for example, my mom ended up teaching English later in her life, and she would be teaching these middle school boys. And of course, the theater woman and my mother was loving this and having so much fun. But she was like, my boys couldn't sit still and my girls were fine sitting still, but she would have the boys just stand up. She's like, we're going to read this book, but stand up, move around, play with the words. How does this make you feel? And all of a sudden they were interested in reading and they were engaged and they had play with it. And I think that if people were able to take a little bit more time to kind of recognize the individual or see what people needed, kids needed,
They can channel it.
Yeah, they could channel it somewhere. And it's not always about just like someone who can follow direction and stay in line and do what is meant to be done between the school hours of 9 to 3 or whatever. Like,
Well, they are trying to train sheep. I mean, that is, you know, they don't really like wolves out here.
this is true.
And it's sad because you're right. I wish they did do that more, but they're looking to see how well you can just fall in line. Like you said, it's sad.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, very, very few guests on this show went to college, you know, had like a formal education. A lot of entertainers just doesn't really seem to match up quite so.
I went to college.
You did?
I did.
I didn't know that.
I went to college. I went to the art school. I have a fine art degree, so I paint.
Wow.
And I did that right after Broadway. And I was like, I hate this industry. I'm getting out. And I retired for like 3 years and I got a degree.
Yeah. What brought you to that point of saying, I want to get out?
We don't have
Or
enough
who?
time on this podcast.
or should we say, who brought you? Like, you know what? If I have to put up with one more day with this a-hole, you know, I mean, because they're
The
out
list
there.
is too long.
Oh,
The industry is too big.
And how old were you at this time?
20 something.
oh yeah.
A fact about Raven is that if Raven wasn't put in this industry, I am 99% confident that she would not be in this industry. And there are some people who are just obsessed with it and want to be in it, like me,
Sure.
where I was like watching from the sidelines and saw what my dad did. And I was like, I want to do that, and loved the magic of a set. And just, I mean, being at Warner Brothers as a kid was my happiest moment. Anytime I could get there, I was there. And it didn't matter what I was doing.
I felt the exact same way growing up.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I couldn't wait to go to set. I couldn't
Exactly.
wait.
Yeah.
And some of us just have that. And then others of us just want to be somewhere else. And I think Raven has like those passions and interests that really would put you in an art studio. Like you would want to paint, you would want science and space and things like that. So I think it's also interesting to be put in something.
Right.
Yeah.
I found a passion now. I remember when I left Broadway, I would look myself in the mirror and be like, you don't have passion for anything. And people started to ask me that question because I was older. And they were like, what's your passion? I'm like, acting. But it's not true. So I had to leave. I went to school, found a version of passion, which was creating. And now I can look and somebody can ask me that and I can say, you know, even though I told my parents that when I was younger that I can do what Rudy can do, what I think I was actually saying was I want to mold what Rudy did, meaning I want to direct. I love creating the picture, which is what I learned in art school. I love composition. I love being able to fix problems. I'm really good at problem solving and tasking. And I found that out through the acting journey. So I know that journey that I had that was tumultuous and traumatic brought me to a place now to where I can be like, action. I know exactly what needs to happen. I know what the light's doing. I know what the actors need to do. I know how to schmooze the suits. But I don't need to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And I will be in the future, but it's more things that I want to do, not because I have to do them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a good place to be.
Yeah, it took a long time.
Yeah, it took a while.
What kind of stuff do you like to direct specifically? Like comedy, drama?
I do sitcom. So that comedy
Yeah.
I really like. I like directing drama. I like artistic pieces. I think because I watch more of that. I'm a comedy snob.
Yeah.
So until Jim Carrey wants to come back into the fold with an Adam Sandler, then I don't care.
Okay.
I'm like that person. I'm like, where is Ace Ventura 7? I'm doing it. I'm acting and directing in it.
Damn it.
It's so fun.
That'd be so good. But that's like that's the way that I was raised. So yeah, I like drama. I like, we're venturing into a lot of different things, but I want to go into the things that I watch that are on my queue that are like, I love, like she said, I love science. So we just watched Interstellar with her mom over our vacation. And I was just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
So good. Lithgow. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to sitcoms? What happened?
I have a theory.
I bet you do. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
My theory about sitcoms is it's twofold. Well, there's threefolds actually. Writing changed because some people did sitcoms cheaper, and then everyone saw that it could be done cheaper, and therefore the trickle came down. And sitcoms didn't keep its place of showcasing actual family situations to help further society, right? There was a time when sitcoms just stopped and became the ba-dum-bums and the, oh, yeah, man, did it, ba-ba-bum, instead of this is, goodness gracious, I'm losing Archie Bunker or The Cosby or even
Good Times.
Red Fox, where you were dealing with social commentary and these comedians and comedians, it circled around their comedy and pushed out.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Now you can get a sitcom and there's comedians, but it's like,
Yeah.
where's that oomph? And also, here's the third fold, S&P. Our society has really created a barrier of speaking the truth in an authentic way that they did back in the day. I mean, All in the Family, they had an episode about rape, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had real family conversations on the Cosby Show. You know, you had
they sure did.
even Seinfeld, just a show about nothing. You know, I dare somebody to do that right now with a brand new comedian that just got off of TikTok. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, it's different.
I think
Sure
the
is.
laugh track killed.
Oh, the laugh
them.
track was
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory.
Did you love it? Cool, moving on.
That was a huge show.
I
was
couldn't
a
watch
huge
it.
show.
I couldn't watch it.
That show was, and that was massively successful.
But again, it's because it hit all the molds, but it was just not the soul.
When you started describing that was the first show that came to my mind. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
Well, there
it's
was a coldness to that show. It felt formulaic. You be this guy, you be the sidekicker, sort of, and you guys over here. Can you wear? Let's put him in a weird ass sweater, everything, and he'll be the
Every trope.
the sweater guy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And,
Every
and
trope.
then we need some foreigner. How about a guy from? Oh, perfect. This guy.
Yep.
You know that guy. Sorry, whoever you are. You're a really great actor, though.
But you're right, though. It just
Somebody say
became,
something quick.
I got you. It just became tropes and stereotypes
Yeah.
of what sitcoms used to be.
Yeah, I think in my personal opinion, I think cartoons kind of pushed in a lot too, like adult cartoons. You know, you get The Simpsons, the Rick and Morty's, the American Dad, Family Guy, and that kind of like took over into the sitcom space.
I think you're
You
right.
know,
Yeah, I
and
think
like
you're
to your
right.
point, South Park. You know, these shows have been going for 30 years.
Yep.
Like,
So good.
literally 30 years.
Probably when sitcoms fell off.
And around like probably within the first decade of that run is probably, and that's my theory, is like the cartoons really kind of took over that space.
I think you're right. It's interesting because we talk about this a lot, and we have a production company, and we are always kind of, idea generating. And one of the things that we are committed to kind of bringing back is a really good sitcom. And I mean, this is sitcom royalty. Like, she is the queen of the multicam. So it's like, we got to figure it out, and we know people would love it. But I think you're absolutely right about the cartoon element. And I don't know what else. We watched the Mad About You pilot not that long ago.
The original.
And it's just so good. And as somebody who writes on occasion, but is also, I produce, I was watching it, I'm like, what is it? Or even going back and watching.
I'll tell you what it was.
But even watching some of That's So Raven, it's like, it's like kids today are so different. They wouldn't even act this way. It's just like, I don't even know.
We watered down. We got watered down.
It's just something has shifted, and I don't know the answer. The cartoon thing is new to me, and I think that's actually a very good answer. Yeah. But I am constantly asking that question. And
American Dad is a wonderful sitcom. That took the sitcom. When you said that, I was like, oh my God, that is a family dealing with issues, super funny, a point of view, not afraid, pushing the envelope, and killer writing, experimental. And I will say there is one sitcom that I am actually a part of, and I will boast as everybody should watch.
I know.
Say it. The Miss Pat Show. The Miss Pat Show is taking those risks.
Nice.
She is going out on the limb, and I've seen her work, and I respect her work.
Where do we watch that?
On BET Plus.
On BET.
The reason I respect her work is because I saw her in the writer's room, and the writers, I love you guys, I love you, but I gotta call you out really fast. They will do a joke, and she's like, I heard that joke on 3 other shows. Do it again. Ooh. And then they try it again. She's like, I heard that joke on 2 other shows. Do it again. She will do it. And if you watch sitcoms, the same jokes get done over and over again. She refuses to do it.
Yeah.
And she pushes that envelope every single episode. And the entire cast and crew are working so hard to create originality.
Yeah. And it's got to be harder than ever to write jokes these days. I mean, even for comedians, you have to put your jokes out there. You have to keep coming up. You don't get like a tight 5 and go tour around and nobody knows, you have to put that on TikTok and social media. And then, okay, now I got to get some new jokes, and that's going to get taken by this streamer and blah, blah, blah. And it's got to be tough.
It's got to be tough. And I think people like Miss Pat and that whole crew, what they're doing too, and to me, a joke is really simple. If you look at the scenario that a great character is in, you got a joke, because it's a situational comedy. You know what I mean? This is not a 1, 2, 3 punch. This is a Raven Baxter is in the middle of a bowl of soup. Go. You know what I mean? Like, that's stupid, but you laughed, and there was not even a joke said.
That's right.
Period. You know what I mean? There you go. That's what we're looking for.
Really good point.
Yeah,
Man.
it is.
So
it's that simple. And
It's
when you
that
have a
simple.
great character, that's what has been kind of fun, working on some of the projects that we have, and that Raven is attached to act in, and we have another really fantastic actor attached, and it's kind of like these two walk into a dental office. Say less.
Period.
It's going to be
You're good
funny.
to go.
We're good
Exactly.
to go, because it's about the situation.
But that's a gift to have actors that are that skilled,
Right.
that they know how to then fall into their craft and make us laugh.
Oh, thanks, babes.
That's you don't find that today either, really. You know what I mean? Or it's not, people aren't being bred or taught how to do that.
They're definitely not being taught.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're making soup, you got to have the right ingredients, and that's what they are.
Exactly.
That's what's up.
Most definitely.
And that's like you were saying earlier, the lightning in a bottle element,
So hard.
it's so hard to find that, but when you have it, you know it. Everyone feels that energy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. And it's great.
Yeah.
Jeez. This is quite a seminar we're giving here. I hope you people out there
about the Hollywood
appreciate this.
I think it's so
Taking
cool.
notes, are you? Good.
Well, it's interesting. We're talking about things transforming and everything, and obviously, Jim, you can attest to that as well with how animation's changed over the years. Animation itself has changed, even how it's recorded.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss the days. It used to be, it was more like a sitcom. We were doing Darkwing Duck and a lot of the Winnie the Poohs, and it
You
was
did Darkwing Duck?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh Lord, what am I going to do with you? But it was everybody was in the room, and I always said that acting is reacting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's and when and then of course COVID, forget about it. Nobody. There was no such thing as an ensemble. No, indeed. No, you had to. In fact, some of them, they were so stupid. Can you wait in the car? Okay. I get, no, actually, now that you ask, no, I'm going to be sitting, copping a squat and reading these 10-year-old National Geographics.
Oh my God, exactly. I know what you mean.
I have to jump in and tell a story about this time.
Here we go.
Because it was like, honestly, one of my favorite times in LA was during the pandemic, working in show business, because it was just so hilariously inconsistent. They paid you to get COVID tested, so I was getting tested every day. I was like, okay, bringing that. It was like $60 every time you got.
Really?
Yeah, and you had to get tested in the morning and when you left work.
Your
It was like
nose was just raw.
$120.
Did we ever get paid?
No.
My favorite, I was doing like background work and
that's cool.
audience work. And my favorite thing though, and I spread it to all my friends, was game shows. Because game shows had like 10 people on them and they all had to be from LA. They weren't flying anybody in. So I was like, guys, you're guaranteed to win. Like,
hilarious.
I know the casting agent for The Price is Right.
Enthusiasm.
Like, let's go on this. And I want a trip to Thailand. Like,
I remember that.
Got a barbecue, big screen TV. My friends didn't believe me. I was like, guys, like literally, I'll give you the casting agent's email. Like, you send a picture and you'll go on. They have to have like, there's a dozen of you there and they bring up 10 people on stage.
That's
wow.
So like, if you have absolutely no personality whatsoever, you're going to be one of the 2 people not called up.
Right.
But like, hype yourself up for a day.
That's crazy. How was the Thailand trip?
It was great. It was great. I went with my sister.
When did you won it in 2020, but when did you have to wait to go?
It was like a year.
Okay.
It was like
That's
a year.
not. That's
It was
fantastic.
fantastic. Yeah. Won like 20 grand too. It was on Let's Make a Deal with Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
You're totally manifesting the next COVID. I can see this in you. You're like, he's like, I want this time back. She does too. Don't worry.
I love COVID. Katrina was on too.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I got my sister on there. We did it was great. It was
that's
great.
epic.
It was a really fun time. Yeah. And it was like, you're Gary. And then the cap off this story was hilarious because they'd always be like, okay, when you say where you're from, like, say where you were like born or like some, because they don't want everybody like from Los Angeles, from Los Angeles, from Los Angeles.
I'm from LA.
Or just like makes like, do you have like relatives in Phoenix? Like you're from Phoenix.
That's epic.
Have you ever been to New York? You're from there. Perfect.
Welcome to Hollywood, people.
Sorry, I had to
Welcome to
tell that
Hollywood.
story.
That's a
It was
great
such
story.
funny
That's
time.
so funny. Yeah, COVID was wild in this industry.
Loved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to say you can't catch COVID on camera because everybody has their mask on. Rolling. Okay.
My
I
favorite.
know.
That's what got
the
me.
double standard was wild.
Oh my God, it was
was
crazy.
wild.
My favorite was having to take a picture with people and just holding their breath. I'm like, I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that holding your breath is gonna help.
Yeah. It's only going to
All
last
the germs are in.
just so long.
COVID is not moving.
We were
And you know, the most absurd thing was, I just do voiceover. So you have to wear a mask when you're in the lobby. You had to wear a mask walking down the hall. Now, here's the engineer. He's doing this. Okay, take your mask off. How does COVID know that I've got a microphone?
right.
Exactly.
How does it know?
No condoms on the microphone. There was nothing.
I mean,
Hilarious.
what the hell?
it was so.
So
know.
we're okay now. Oh, wait, but if I get up and go to the bathroom, I could be spreading the hell out of it.
Listen.
We did something where Raven was announcing, and again, so many protocols. Like I had to get special permission to even come as her +1. We had to wear masks the whole time. We had to take our tests. Okay, we get there, and there's like 20, 30 people who are all part of this presenting situation. And I'm standing there. I was very germophobic during COVID. It really kicked it up at me. But I was very aware of watching where everyone's hands would go and whatever. 20 to maybe 30 people are all sharing this one mic. Every single one of them is just, and I'm watching people, I kid you not, I won't do it to this mic because I'm respectful, but they were lips to the mic.
Yeah, people do that.
Yes, and then they would hand it to the next person, and I was like, when you get that mic, you better, like wipe it down because I've seen like 30 people lick it.
Yeah.
Like you, and I was like,
and spit on it.
and
like,
then I was like,
clean that.
and all the steps that it took for me to sit in the back with a mask on, not talk to anyone, look at anyone, to just be here. And I was like, this is insane.
I remember when it first happened, I got a call from the head of the network, and he was like, Raven, are you going to be okay with this? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, I just got swabbed, and they stick it all the way up to your brain. Are you going to handle that?
Yeah, that was fun.
I was like, oh, I'm not coming to set, so you're going to have to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
And then by the time we got to set, it was lower and lower. Then it was the mouth. Then it was not. I got COVID twice. Once from set, and then once on a holiday.
Yeah.
In a
but I
hallway.
So you did have it.
I did.
And
I had it.
yeah.
I had it once, and
Me too.
It was, it was what it was.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't even know. I just thought I felt like sleeping.
Okay.
And I went to the doctor, and he said, well, and this is like way or a long time ago. Maybe I was the first guy. Maybe that's my fault. But
Patient zero.
I'm patient zero.
That's my joke.
But my doctor was kind of cool, and I just told him, I said, well, I feel kind of phlegmy and kind of what's it? And he goes, oh, you've got the latest import from our friends in Wuhan, China.
Oh my
I said,
gosh.
what? He goes, yeah, you got the Wuhan. They called it the Wuhan.
Oh, that was super early.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You got it in February.
At least you were
Yes.
calling it the China virus.
Yeah.
That was the first week.
Exactly.
Yeah, and apparently there was a school of thought that the Chinese were trying to screw us, and so let's
Yeah.
get them all sick.
Yeah.
And it didn't work because I was so sick I didn't know I was sick. That's how sick I was.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Double drinks. I went to New York in January of 2020, and as I was leaving, the person driving the car was like, "Oh, look at this! This is crazy!" And the other people in the car were kind of like, "Oh no, that doesn't mean anything." Got back to Los Angeles, and first week of February, I was so sick, and in my head, I was like, "Oh, it's just
A flu.
Yeah, it's just a flu." No. It was definitely not. It was sickest I'd ever been, but we didn't know anything about it at that
Yeah.
point. So I was okay. Few months, by March, everyone was hysterical. And I thank goodness I didn't get it then, because I probably would have ended up in the hospital just out of sheer anxiety, because I felt like everyone
Oh
was
gosh.
crazy.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were wild times.
Wild times.
Can you believe that it's only been 5 years and we're just now starting to rise? Not even.
Yeah.
I still feel like our industry is trying to get back on its feet. It really broke
They're really
Hollywood.
dragging their feet though, because they love doing everything from home. I swear.
Oh my God, they
I
do.
Swear.
They loved it. They loved
Everyone
it.
loves
You
Zoom.
guys, you have a tripod and set up a ring light and film yourself on a blank wall. Actually, order one of these green screens from Amazon. Do it all yourself.
Do it all yourself.
Teach yourself how to be an engineer.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
And
What?
then, yeah.
Get no notes on anything.
Yeah.
It's so true.
No notes.
And then all the money depleted, and now we're having a problem getting stuff made. Smaller things can't get made. It was a real
Yeah.
flip of the industry. It was really weird.
And just going back to you, that just made me think of another thing I was thinking about on the drive in this morning was you've been in the industry 30 years, yeah?
30 plus.
30 plus.
30 plus.
So and you're still in your 30s, which is crazy.
I'm
she's
39.
She's 28. That's the
Sir,
thing. That's
sir,
amazing.
I will say one thing. I love to say my age.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because one, females in this industry need to be okay with saying their
Yeah,
age.
that's right.
Two, I look fucking good
Yeah.
for my age.
Now,
Period. And three, I'll be 40 this year, and I've been in the industry for 39 years.
wow.
So I always say my age. You'll never not see me.
That's
Sorry, I didn't mean
amazing.
to.
No,
cut you
that's
off,
perfect.
yeah.
But being in the
That's a
industry
beautiful
that long,
thing.
you've seen so many changes within the industry. I mean, literally, I would say there's been like 3 major shifts in that time.
Most definitely.
3 major shifts. So what's that been like for you as a performer, adjusting to those shifts?
It's been a mess. Very, very clunky with each level up, I guess you can kind of call it. The first shift for me, and I hope we're on the same. What are your 3 shifts? What do you think they are? And I'll tell you what I think they are.
I think somewhere like probably right around when you were a child, it was kind of shifting. It was kind of shifting then. I'm not really sure how, but it was. And then I think prominently like in the, I want to say like the early 2000s.
Okay.
Like there was like a major shift, it felt like. And then I would say the third one is the major shift back to like political correctness.
Okay.
And then I think we're starting to once again experience another one that'll probably fully solidify like by the end of the decade, in my opinion.
Interesting. Okay, so my brain went to these shifts: digital, Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah,
social media,
for
Yeah.
sure.
and then streaming.
I would completely agree, and that kind of coincides with the dates.
Exactly.
And merging all of the
All the
studios
merges.
that would end up buying different companies, like studio
Amazon.
power. Yes, Amazon,
Yep.
totally.
So being in the industry during those 3 milestones of technology growth and Hollywood growth have, like I said, been very clunky. Having to live in a world where the National Enquirer and the Star was our version of the comment section.
Yeah.
And not at that time, it was moral and virtuous not to touch people under the age of 18. They didn't really talk about anybody under the age of 18 unless you were Brooke Shields or something like that kind of put themselves, that had themselves put out there like that.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, cool. I understood paparazzi. It was very calm for me because, again, I was under the age of 18. Now, then TiVo came. And you can start recording things and seeing them over and over again. If you wanted to see something over, you had to record it yourself, or you had to wait for the rerun later. Period, or go to Nick at Night.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Then social media. I remember my first clunky thing was I was on video and I got a call from my team. They were like, "What are you doing? You're talking about your real life. You're showing the inside of your home. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'll listen to you guys, but I'm letting you know right now, something's happening." Like if you really go back in the archives, I was actually on social media at the very beginning. And then I got off real quick because the people in my industry told me that I shouldn't do that because the celebrity growth that I was taught was the more personal things they know, the less anonymity you have and the less your star shines in the way that they blur the lines between personal and celebrity. And I was always taught, don't let them know who you're dating, don't let them know your personal life, all that kind of stuff. And I remember that. And then, you had the Britney Spears and people started to, kind of bleed out.
a little
and then
bit, yeah.
A little bit more. And then social media came in and it's like, oh, okay, now we have these people purely getting famous off of what they do personally.
Yeah.
Now we have to fight with, you don't want to know me because I'm playing a character and I'm not authentic enough for you. That's crazy. You used to worship that beforehand. And now anybody can be a celebrity.
Anyone can be famous.
Yeah.
Sir,
You're
you
so
are
right.
correct. Anybody can be famous. You are correct.
There is a differentiation.
You are correct, babes. You are correct. There's also the idea that I have to do that now. Like my personal life is necessary in order for the authentication station to say, yes, you can continue working within the space.
It's completely merged. It's completely merged. Whereas
Absolutely.
like who were we talking to recently about, I know, the new cast of SNL.
Oh.
And that now they're bringing influencers into the cast of SNL. And why
Oh my
is that?
gosh.
It's because these people are writing skits. They are on TikTok doing their little bits. They're funny. They have massive audiences.
Yeah,
so
the
those
audiences.
suits know that when they
Unbelievable.
hire this person and they bring them into this cast, and SNL has, massive name record. It's a huge brand. It's very respected. Knowing now that you're going to see your favorite TikToker on SNL, I'm sure they're hoping will bring a younger audience and refresh, what they've maybe lost over the years.
I don't think it will, personally.
I think that maybe is the hope though, because
I
it's
think so,
it just,
for
you
sure.
know what I mean? And who knows if it will or won't work out. I also have, my doubts.
We have our feels about it too.
But I'm just saying the world in that way has really shifted. Influencers have incredible power.
Unbelievable.
I also want to add on to that, which I was trying to say before, kind of forgot, but I grew up in the world of gatekeepers. Okay. So you couldn't get in the industry without super talent auditioning and making it through that first gate. And obviously there was some, that's my buddy, let him in. And while gatekeeping isn't the best, it still kept celebrity and fame at a different level.
Yeah.
Now there is no gatekeeping. You can collect a certain amount of followers no matter what you do. And now these big studios are like, that's who I want. And sometimes it's not a one-to-one.
Yeah. Well, the gatekeeping now is just the numbers of followers.
Exactly.
Totally. How many likes?
Especially dealing with like getting guests on the podcast. It's literally like they go, they see numbers, getting sponsorships. They go, they see numbers. It's like just literally Yeah.
That is the gatekeep now.
Yeah.
So, you know, like you said, I've seen a lot of different, and I know you have as well, especially in the animation. And like, what in the world is going to happen next? We go so fast in society. AI. We're fighting AI now. The people, the real people are going to be fighting a computer for a job. That's crazy. What do you expect us to do? You have this whole world where you want us to consume everything you want, but how are we supposed to make the money to consume
I
it?
have an idea for you, and it was brought up by a guest on this podcast. I forget who brought it up.
Was it Sean? Sean Astin?
Was it Sean Astin? I
He
can't
had a
remember.
lot to
Oh,
say
I
about
love
it.
Sean.
Yeah, he's another
he's a
good
good
child
guy.
actor.
Yeah.
Child actor and and a voice actor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really
Sean's-
talented guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but they said it was a woman though who said this. I can't remember who it was. It doesn't matter. They said, "I wonder if there's going to be a rise in live performances because you can't AI a live
live
performance."
Well, it already happened. Look what's happening right now. Right now, as we speak, we went back to, forgive my years, I didn't really do well in history class. But before television, there was the radio, the talkies.
Oh, yeah.
Podcasts. Podcasts are booming because AI can't do it.
Right.
You want us. It's just repeating the cycle
Yeah.
again.
That's
So
true,
she's
yeah.
right.
And that's also interesting too, because I'm sure this is not what they meant in saying that, because when you're saying live, I imagine you mean like with a live audience,
Like
the
theater.
theater.
Yeah.
But Netflix has started an entire live branch.
Really?
They have live shows. So they were doing Tyler Henry. He was a
no
live
way.
show.
Yeah.
They had the Pop It Balloon, which they took
How
from
have I not heard
YouTube.
about this?
And so they are trying to integrate an entire live
That's really
wing
cool.
or of their production now.
Netflix is taking over. Let's not forget.
Netflix is taking over.
Yeah, they're.
Do you remember when Netflix used to send you a DVD
How
in the
many
mail?
DVDs did y'all steal from Netflix? Never.
None.
I never stole a CD from Netflix.
They would charge you like $50.
Yeah,
It was nuts.
crazy.
Oh, I stole so many.
I'm sorry, I wasn't Raven. All right.
I was like, why are you trusting me with this?
You can't do that. It's like not returning your VHS to Blockbuster.
You guys, you've never
Or
did that
your
before?
book to the library.
gosh.
Thank you. Come on.
You just forgot about it.
Always, but I
Yeah.
had so many good DVDs.
Hilarious.
Yeah, those were the good old days.
Those were the good ones.
We're in the good
Yeah,
old
yeah.
days. Somebody's going to say that about right now.
I always
Somebody's
say that.
going to go up
Yeah.
and say, these were the good old
That's
days.
true.
I always say that these are the good old days. All you need to do is add time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Just add time, and this will be right now. This will be the grandest freaking time ever.
It's true.
Right today.
Perspective.
true.
Yeah, and I've always told that to my kids. I said, don't forget, these are the good old days. And I guess I must have said it so much. My older daughter Olivia, yeah, you know what, Liv, what? Yeah, I know, Dad. These are the good old. Let me guess. These are the good old days. I go, well, yeah, damn it, they are. You're 12. You ain't gonna be 12 very long.
Honey, time is going so fast.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Are you guys thinking about having
there you
kids?
We think about
Pardon?
Are you thinking
Yeah.
about having kids?
Oh,
Yeah, we think about it.
yeah. We go back and forth.
What's this reaction?
No, 'cause
boy,
that was my answer, babes. Yeah, we think about it. Period.
no,
Yeah, we think about
I
it.
got it. She goes, Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we think
I've
about
heard
it.
of kids.
we know them. We know what they're like. It's
So like little people, only smaller.
right.
Yeah, gotcha.
With runny noses and like need
Yeah,
their
they're
diapers
sad.
changed.
Sticky fingers.
Exactly.
They're overrated.
Sticky fingers.
They're so sticky.
They're
You know
cute.
what?
We
You know
go
what?
back and forth. We have a dog.
You know, when you get a little older, go right to grandkids.
Oh.
Rent a.
Is that
you
your
know,
recommendation?
I can't recommend grandkids highly enough. I only have the one, and he beats the hell out of my kids.
There you go.
You know, so,
I love that.
How many kids do you have?
well, I've got 4 daughters on my own.
Wow.
And none of them are having kids.
Wow.
Well, so, okay,
I think it's okay.
I guess. You know, I mean, it's not
different
like I
world.
You
can,
still could.
I can't
right?
do squat
You still have
about
time.
it. Yeah, they could.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just some people have kids a little later. I think that will be
Yeah.
we're late bloomers kind
Yeah.
of.
We have arrested development.
I think just millennials in general. You're a millennial, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just having kids older.
Yeah.
We can though.
Yeah.
Like we want to live life. We're still trying to get over the traumatic experience from our childhood, and then we'll get into it because we know how important it is to heal before you have
Well,
kids.
they keep throwing disasters at us. The economy crashes, and then there's a lockdown, and then some towers fall down, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
We have no time. And that's what we kind of talk about is what does this world look like, and do we want to bring a kid into it right now? It just feels overwhelming. But we're all going to end up being labeled geriatric. We're all going to have geriatric pregnancies. Because if you have a baby past the age of 35, you're geriatric.
I'm geriatric.
You very much so.
They can go kiss me. Geriatric.
You're geriatric pregnant us.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't sound. I don't even look geriatric.
No.
How old
you
were you
don't.
when you had your first kid, Jim?
A long time ago. No, it was 30, 20, 27, or maybe 28-ish.
Yeah, see, nowadays that's like young.
Yeah, pretty young.
Yeah, it's young.
True.
Yeah. Well, I want to get it out of the way.
Smart. Get that.
Sometimes I
chapter
feel
done.
that way, that I wish I had somebody younger. You know what I mean? I wish that. But then now that I'm married and like really,
That you had somebody.
Yeah, wait, what's that?
no, I wish that I had a child younger. That's what I meant. Sorry about that. I'm actually very happy with you, babes. I don't want anybody younger.
I didn't take it personally in that sense. It just was a funny way to say, like, I wish I had somebody younger.
I saw Miranda clocking you. She's
Yeah, she
like,
did.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
No, I just thought
I appreciate that, babes. Keep me on my toes.
Yep.
But I do wish sometimes that I had a kid when I was younger. But then now, looking at life, and we had somebody on our podcast that said something really, really inspirational. It's like, it's a lifestyle change. And you have to be ready for a different lifestyle.
It really changes the shit out of people. Like,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Especially the women who have to have it. The hormones are different. I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, have you always been a worrywart? She was like, nope, not until you popped out. I never had any of these problems until you popped out.
Oh, I
boy.
mean,
And I was
postpartum
like,
anxiety
Oh,
is
okay,
a very
thanks.
real thing.
Exactly. Thanks.
Yeah, that gotcha. Wow.
The problem
See
too
you at
is
Thanksgiving.
we have too many, we have too much room to overthink it. You
As
know what I mean?
lesbians,
Because when you're in a gay relationship, like we're missing something very necessary to
We're
make
not
a
missing.
baby.
Listen, but we ain't missing nothing.
What do you mean missing
Yeah, I was
something?
thinking,
we're
I don't know
missing
what you're
something.
missing.
We don't have
penis.
sperm.
Oh, you just mean like hormonally? Like testosterone? Like
Yeah, to
what?
make
No,
it happen.
no, to make a baby, right? So
I thought you were just talking about like a relationship. I didn't think you were talking
So
about like
your mom
this-
and your dad
yes.
got together and did the sperm and the
I
egg.
deserve that.
So we're in
I deserve
biology
that.
class now.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes.
We've taken you from
I
theater.
see where you're
I deserve that. All right.
You guys, we're your
Mr. Whitney.
teachers.
Here we see the ovum as the
Yes.
sperm swims into the.
Yeah.
See his little tail wiggle.
Exactly.
Okay.
Opening credits of Look Who's Talking. Remember that? That's what we're talking
Missing
about.
that.
So I'm saying we're missing that. So we have all of this extra time to kind of sit here and be like, wait, do we not? Whereas people who have everything that they need to make a baby can just kind of like, whoopsies.
Oh, it happened on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, we're going to start trying now and see what
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good and a bad thing though, because we can really
is.
set our life up to prepare for that moment and know when it's the right time for us. But then at the same time, we're taking too long because we're like, well, not now. We'll wait till next year when we sell that show.
Yeah. It's,
Well,
I mean,
that's
they
why
say-
God invented adoption.
Exactly.
Nobody gets stretch marks. Look, I'm
beautiful.
fine.
Jim has two
I have stretch
adopted
marks.
daughters.
Yeah.
I love that you said, but you have no stretch marks because of them. I'm dead right now.
hilarious.
You're missing the uterus, but I'll give it to you still.
Okay. And then I stopped and thought, wait, yeah, I kind of do.
Oh my goodness.
I love that you adopted. Why did you choose to adopt? May I ask?
Well, yeah, it was with my second wife, and we were trying. We said, hey, yeah, let's have some kids, and it wasn't working. She couldn't. Turned out she couldn't conceive, and it was interesting because we adopted, and our first little girl was a black girl, and the second one we thought. Her mother said, well, we better get somebody that kind of looks like her. And the second mother was a white girl who thought she was pregnant with a black guy. So we're going, oh, well, that'll be good. And then out comes my second one, and they go, who's this little Caucasian little thing here? What the hell? You lied to us, damn it.
Oh my God.
But she was, I think we did her test or genetic tested. She's 93% French, and,
wow.
and she's got this, and she's got perfect skin. I mean, she's like golden. I mean, she doesn't look like
She's like
this
my color-ish.
pink stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, cute as a button.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, it worked out.
When you were growing up, did you consume Disney television, or was it like if you're so in it,
You
then
were-
like you don't really watch?
When I was younger, I was okay, let me do the age brackets. Before I turned 13, I watched a lot of Nick at Night, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network.
Sure.
And then when I started working on Disney Channel, I watched The L Word. I was watching The L Word. I was watching a lot of movies. Rain Man was my movie, to be honest with you. I watched that all the time. And then I was always a big drama movie watcher. And then after I left Disney, I watch the spectrum I call Bad Movie Mondays, which is all the movies that get 2 Rotten Tomatoes and down.
Oh boy.
And all of that. So yeah, I didn't really watch Disney. I watched a lot of Disney movies, like Lion King was the one and things like that. But
You know, Jim did the singing for
Good.
Scar
Yeah.
in The Lion King.
Yeah, I sang "Be Prepared." The villains always get the good songs.
such a good song. Did you go to the Hollywood Bowl? I saw Jeremy Irons sing
yeah.
it, but did you get to go?
No, I saw that, and I was thinking, and this is the part where I came in, and I'm listening to it, and he kind of flubbed it a little bit. I mean, was
Not
that
as-
me that just
No,
thought
no,
was
he
I
did.
trying to good? I mean, that's too bad. So
That whole show was interesting. We
Yeah, it
were
was.
like,
that was a
okay.
weird, that was an odd,
It was
odd situation.
an odd moment.
But yeah,
Was that the one where they had Northwest singing?
It sure was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a mighty king.
Moving on.
That's the
so
one.
yeah, cool.
That's the
Love
one.
that. So yeah, that's what I watched when I grew up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was watching Dick Van Dyke and I was watching Mary Tyler Moore
me
and
too.
Taxi and Welcome Back Kotter and things like that.
Were you pulling inspiration from those?
Subconsciously, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I Love Lucy was on repeat all day. That,
Yeah.
again, where I'm watching sitcoms that started the genre
Yeah.
that, created.
I can see a lot of Lucille
were-
Ball in you.
Thank
like
you.
The facial, you're so expressive.
I am.
You're so
It gets me into
expressive.
trouble. We had a conversation with a little while ago, my wife and I was like, babes, I can stop a tick. If I notice it, I can stop it. She's like, well, then stop moving your face so damn much. And I was like, I can't do that. It's impossible.
Okay,
She's like, that's the one thing. I was like, well,
I can stop
what
any
you're
other
doing.
tick. I
Yeah.
just can't do my face. It's weird.
crazy. Crazy.
it's worked for you though.
Hey, money,
Yeah.
money, money.
That's right. That's what I've said it before. I turned Monkey Hour into a career.
Yep.
And it's, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed you react to Darkwing Duck earlier. Are you a Darkwing
yeah.
Duck connoisseur?
Me and my brother, a Darkwing Duck for sure.
Excellent. That's amazing, Goslin. We should have had you on the show. If only I had known. But yes, what's that? Are we bringing Darkwing back? Why, yes, there is that rumor. So
There is that rumor.
There is that
there is
rumor.
that.
That's crazy.
I know. That's how much joy Winnie the Pooh brought me, and Tigger too.
Well, that's good. I'm both of them.
Yeah.
I know. How amazing to be so many people.
Yeah.
Do you ever forget who you are?
No, we don't have any. I don't have any problems at
schizophrenia?
all.
Yeah.
Just ask George.
Okay.
And
You also somewhat look like the professor from Jurassic Park.
He does.
oh God, British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old what's his name?
You could be
He's
him in
great.
the next one.
Well, I got the hat.
I know.
Yeah.
I think you're
Hat
very much
helps.
giving it today. There you are.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think I was a little too intrepid there, but I could
do
tone
again.
it back.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You do give
Well,
that.
yeah. No, it's gonna bug me. I have to look that up. Somebody look that up out there.
Put it in the comments.
Somebody, yeah, put it
I
in
will
the
never
comments.
recall it, yes.
Because we're live, aren't we? What the hell? Anyway,
We're recording live. That's what
Yeah,
they call it.
that's that.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. When are,
Live,
when
as
are
far
you
as you
ever
know.
not recording live? Is it even possible to do?
I try
Yeah.
my best.
Can you record not live?
You can record a recording.
You can record a recording.
Recorder.
solved
Very
that.
That's
meta.
recording live while the recording is live.
Recording
Okay,
while
now
recording.
my brain hurts.
It's
Yeah.
just it's some meta stuff.
Meta, 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 meta.
Metamorphosis.
Oh, that's
Gotta
right.
love it.
That's a word.
Yes, it is.
I forget.
Yeah.
Meta.
Meta.
Oof.
It is.
Now, are you a comic book person by any chance?
I used to be, yes.
Yeah, because DC went over, because Marvel invented mutants, and they're all superheroes now, and that worked out so well that DC had to invent meta.
Yeah.
Now they are meta humans. Wow. So you're on the cutting edge here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There is no original idea. This is just copies and copies and copies. And it just gets watered down every time.
We went to Comic-Con this year for the first time.
It was so much fun.
Which
In
was
San Diego?
yeah.
Oh, nice. We
Yeah.
were there too.
You were?
Yeah.
What
Why,
days?
why didn't you tell us?
Well, we didn't know you did.
Next time, we're going to get some
Next
snacks.
time. We went on Saturday and
With the Lawrence brothers.
yeah,
nice.
we got to walk around and see all the fun. We didn't get to go to any of the panels or any of the talks like that, which would have been exciting. But just seeing the crowd and
Do you get mobbed?
I wore a mask.
You wore
and
a
not a
ma-
COVID
smart,
mask. I
smart.
wore a silver mask the whole entire
Yeah.
time. It was crazy.
funny.
Like
No
Kanye?
kidding. Wow.
Yes.
That's probably.
But I had clothes on, not like his girl.
I was clothed.
Is that a pain? Like, I mean, just going to 7-Eleven, you go,
That's funny.
and you
well,
get
we
a lot
never
of
go to
that.
7-Eleven, Jen.
Yeah, okay.
Whole Foods.
That explains why I never
Erewhon.
see you there.
Excuse me.
Erewhon. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
it's not a pain. It's just the job, right? I've been told that that's the fallout of the job.
Yeah.
And in my brain, you know, I've made sure that when someone comes up to me, I'm just honest with them. Meaning, if I'm having a bad day, I'd be like, honey, I'm having a bad day. Can you understand that with me, please?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
do
yeah.
anything other than put my face on? And I
Yeah.
think if they know how I feel, they're not as mad. There are some that don't care, and I begrudgingly take the picture. But if you come up to me while I'm eating or asking for something, I am very
Yeah.
honest. And I try my best to give everyone what they need, because I also know that if I'm having a bad day and I'm making your day right now, that means more to me than my bad day.
Yeah, that and it helps you have a day that's not so bad.
Exactly.
That's not bad at all.
We had an amazing moment because we went to the Jonas Brothers concert this last weekend, and we're friends with Franklin Jonas, who is the youngest Jonas, and he was opening for his brothers.
What
and
up,
it was
Franklin?
wonderful to see him perform. He has a great voice, but
New songs out right now.
it's just gentle press for a little promo for Franklin. But what was interesting was that after Franklin's set, we went backstage again, hung out, and then we came back out, and the house lights were up in the stadium. And as we're walking to our seats, someone clocks Raven, someone else clocks Raven. By the time we'd gotten to our seats, I kid you not, the entire stadium was cheering for Raven. And when you think about it, which I guess none of us really did, they're 1-to-1, meaning like a Jonas Brothers fan most likely is also a Disney fan,
True,
which is
sure,
also somebody
sure.
who would watch Raven. They were
Yeah, true.
co-workers for all intents and purposes. So this audience was just thrilled.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it gave me chills actually at one point, because just hearing the Raven, I mean, the excitement and enthusiasm, it was kind of electric, but she handled that with, you always handle everything with grace. I mean, you're very, very good at that. But it was really a moment of like, wow, Raven.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
not
it's also
bad.
because I just don't walk around with that air. You know, you'll have some celebrities that walk around like, look how important I am.
Oh yeah.
And I will, you know, I see y'all met them. And I walk around two different ways. If I need to walk into a room with that air, I know where it is and I know where it lives in my body and I use it. And then sometimes I don't need to walk into a room and be that way. Like I don't have to be that way. I don't need it for my ego. I have a big enough one already. I like to go home and be chill. So yeah.
Isn't it? You guys have this shared experience as we do, but isn't it interesting when you have a guest on the podcast and like you meet them for the first time? That like energy, like what energy are they going to bring? You know, like because you know of these people, but you don't know these people. You know,
Definitely.
and it changes. You know, some people we do know, but it's always so fascinating to be like, you know, I was even thinking about it today. You know, like what energy like do you bring as a person, you know? And like yours was very friendly and warm and welcoming.
I'm Southern.
Which is always, are you actually?
I am Southern.
It makes me sweat. I get nervous when we have like these new people on, and I'm kind of like, oh my goodness, how are they going to react or think or whatnot? But yes, Raven is very sweet and Southern.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you from?
Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta.
From Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta.
Yep. But I hear what you're saying.
Atlanta.
I love Atlanta-ish. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, and I definitely, it's also because of the people that I'm around, right? Like, you guys are super nice. You're down to earth. I could feel it when we walked in. And I will go into a room with someone who thinks that they're, can I cuss here? That thinks that they're the shit.
They're the shit, yeah.
And I sit there and I stand there, I put on my mask and I go, sweetheart, 39 years. You started last year. I'm just going to sit in the corner. And then that's when I get the feedback of, Raven, that's just a resting bitch face. Like, what's wrong with her? I'm like, what's wrong with me is you have someone peacocking throughout this whole entire...
That's a great word for it. Yeah, it's great.
And I don't have to peacock, boo-boo. Go look at the
Yeah,
records. You know what I mean? And I really cannot stand peacock.
Have you ever done conventions where like you're signing autographs and stuff, or no?
Back in the day when I was at the height of That's So Raven, I've been asked to do some recently and I haven't. I don't feel ready to do that yet. But I used to go to Walmart and sign for 5 hours at a time.
Oh,
like
my
that
gosh.
was when That's So Raven was at the height. I would do concerts and just stay there and sign all night long. I've done my dues. I've paid them 17 times over. And when I just see new fame come in, and I'm like, I'm really proud of you for acquiring all of this celebrity and fame, but just remember that I'm older than you. So you can shit on me all you want to, but I'm gonna still be here no matter what. And you have at least 30 more years to catch up.
Yeah.
You know, so I have an ego.
Yeah,
I definitely have an ego.
And well, you should.
Thank you.
And it keeps you, you know, in perspective, I would think.
It does.
You know, because, I mean, look at, you know, there's this, that, and the other thing that's a bit of a pain in the ass, but you don't want to trade it. I mean, these are good problems.
It's fair.
You know,
These are the good old days.
Yeah, these are the good old days. They really are.
Yeah, it's true.
That's so true. No matter when you say it, that'll be true.
This is very true.
You know what that was?
Carve
The
that
truth.
shit.
That was the truth.
Yeah.
We're all been in the industry too long. We know how to put a button on a button.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's on your agenda? Do you have a wish list still?
Oh, career-wise, yes.
Yeah.
I want to direct a movie that's in AMC. I want to have a show that says created by
Nice.
with our name on it. I want to be on I want to direct a what is that word I always mess up when we're in the meetings, and it's like high potential or Will Trent.
Oh, a procedural?
A procedure. I want to direct a procedural. How you say it?
Procedural?
Yep, I want to direct one of them. And
Not an epidural.
no,
A procedural.
not an
Okay.
epidural. That's actually good. Not an epidural, but a procedural.
They rotate directors pretty frequently on procedurals, right?
Yeah.
They do, and they also bring back.
Yeah.
Like, you
For
know
sure.
what I mean? You know
It's
what
like
I mean?
a rotating
It's a rotating
directors.
thing,
Yeah.
So I want to
So
be
like
a
Law
part
and
of-
Order or something like
I
that.
would love to
Exactly.
direct
Yeah.
a Law and Order.
Yeah.
I would love to direct a Will Trent, Law and Order, Grey's Anatomy, like all those, because I watch them consistently, and I just can see it in my head automatically. But I want to be a part of that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy. And then I want to paint. I want to be able to sell my paintings, and I want to see one of my paintings up in a Hilton. I know that's so random, you guys.
Wow.
But you know when you're walking down the halls at a hotel and you just see these
Yeah.
I'm like, I can do that. Just put my painting up. Done. Period.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've thought about doing that too. I used to make my living painting. In New Orleans, of all things, I designed and painted Mardi Gras floats.
Oh, wow,
that's
cool.
epic.
Isn't that? I mean, who?
That's so
you did-
random.
Yes. Oh, I know. I tell people, they go, "What? What the hell?" And I go, "Well, yeah, I designed and painted Mardi Gras, and I did my own designs." And they used to have designers, and then people who would carry them out, like color in the numbers. But I guess it was rare that someone did both, and I got to do both. I did for about 3 years. It was a ball.
Cool.
And it was, I don't know, of course, you hit the ground running, but there were always certain weird little things that I knew that I wanted to do when I was like 5 or 6 years old. I wanted to make my living singing. I wanted to make my living playing drums. And of course, then I did both. And then I wanted to make my living drawing or painting something. And so, and then when I was 5, I saw Mel Blanc on TV, excuse me. And my dad goes, you see this bastard? I go, yeah. He goes, he's the one that does all those voices and like Bugs Bunny and, oh, thank you. Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and, Tasmanian Devil. And I go, yeah. And I said, oh, man, he doesn't have to stand in the corner for being weird. I'll be him. And so I'm him.
I love that.
No, except I'm not as good. But I'm hanging in there. I'm not
You're doing pretty
complaining.
okay.
You're okay.
Yeah,
I hung in there.
you've done well with making Monkey Hour a career for yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Monkey Hour is exactly what I did. So
You've done some voice acting. I'm sorry, I didn't do enough research, but when you did your voice acting, did you put on a voice or is it you?
I did not put on a voice. I always tried.
that's a good one.
What?
The one you're doing there.
Thank you. I work really hard on it. No, I have done voice acting. I've done some movies and I've done some cartoon TVs. And when I walk into it, it's always just my voice. And then one is like, just, all right, and here we are. And this is it. And that's like the only thing. But I pride myself in what voices I can do. And I think I really want to be a part of a cartoon. So you can give me the green light if I'm good. Okay, right.
Mm-hmm. Hello? I was just wondering if maybe I could be on your show and do some cool things here and there because sometimes I don't really know what I'm supposed to do.
I do kids. Like, that's my only
That was a
kid
hell
one.
of a good kid.
Do you know who you sound like? You sound like, oh my goodness, who played Tommy Pickles?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love her.
Yeah,
What
we
is her
know
name?
Jake.
I'm surprised you guys haven't had her on the
We
pod.
have.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this points are lost.
I know. It was like 2 years
two
ago.
You didn't know Christopher Nolan and you don't know her name. You're
I'm fired.
done.
Tommy Pickles,
Lord.
she's such a
Blackballed.
classic.
Yeah, she's great.
But yeah, I really like doing kid voices like that. That's so
Yeah.
cute. Authentically. It's a little bit me.
That's how you talk to our dog. It's so cute.
And then I did an episode of That's So Raven where I played multiple characters. I played a man, I played a baby.
I remember that episode.
Yeah.
it's the
Wow.
best.
And that's when I really was like, oh, this is fun. Being able
Delroy.
to Delroy.
Be Delroy.
Oh my goodness. I need
E.G.
a
Daily.
E.G. Daily.
E.G. Daily.
Wait, please be Delroy.
Okay, I can't think of Delroy right now.
This is my favorite episode of That's So Raven.
No, I'm gonna mess it up.
It is down here, baby.
Yo, man. Wait, what is it? I need a. Now don't you go around here telling nobody that I'm gonna do nothing here. He doesn't really speak English.
He does it.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It's this southern black man
Yeah.
who's like,
Yes,
"Now,
yes.
you taking my riverboat now. You better go down there and figure it out. I'm not playing with you." This is so
I'm playing with you.
I'm not playing with you now. But
That
I
was
like
good.
I like playing Delroy because he's this short, fat man, and so he'll walk up the stairs like, "Don't you tell me what to do. I'm gonna come around." This is a cartoon for sure. Look at him.
Yeah.
It's just so funny that when she did that episode last time where there was a callback to Delroy being in an episode of Raven's Home. Oh my gosh, coming to visit her on set in this makeup too was also just so hilarious. She was in prosthetics and the whole thing and the suit and the belly and oh my gosh. Do you guys want to know something funny about me? Fun fact. That I am not a voice actor at all. Never done any of that. But there is a Ashley and Mary Kate movie called Switching Goals. And I was called in to be their voices. I looped for them because they, I don't know, were doing other things that Mary Kate and Ashley do.
Wow.
And so that was the only time in my life that my voice was recorded in that way. And I was saying things like, hey, throw me the soccer ball, kick it over here. Hey, come on. And having to do, that type of stuff.
Which is even
There you go.
crazier.
And what movie was that?
Switching goals.
I need to find that clip.
I do too.
But can
Yeah.
I tell the whole? It's crazy because she went to school with them too.
I
Really?
did. Yeah. Yeah.
Did they
Whoa.
know
Sorry
that
for
when they
this
hired
phone.
you?
No, they
your
didn't
fault?
hire me.
No, I know they didn't, baby.
No.
What is it called? The proverbial they.
No.
That was good long suffering. No, I know that wasn't it.
Sorry.
That's not what I
That's
said.
that marriage scene.
Yeah, I
It's like,
know.
it's
Understood.
not there.
Understood.
No, okay.
That was something because clearly it was definitely like my father had something to do with something or a friend of his.
The daddy pulled
it
the
was. It was
strings.
because it was. I think Rich Heller was somehow connected to that, who's a friend of my dad's, and then I came in just because they needed a young girl to do it.
funny, babes.
That's cool.
that.
Yeah, so me too.
In the good way.
We actually have a show that we're currently pitching that is a beautifully lovely
Winnie Pooh inspired, actually.
animated series. Yeah, and we're both voicing characters in that.
The
and that's
mother's
fun.
in one of them, but on our Tones page, there's Winnie the Pooh.
There is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a lot for us.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well,
Very true.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's good. Thanks for telling me that.
Worries.
Oh, that's sweet.
If you need any voices,
Oh, you have a face for radio. Let me tell you that. I'm messing with
That's
you.
what I've always been told. Yeah.
No, your voice is crazy. Like, have you always had that deep of a voice?
yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah,
like
it
you were
was
just
like-
12 years old?
I really
sounding
was.
crazy?
People would like,
Yeah.
people would always make
Well,
fun of
your
my
dad,
voice in like
too.
high school. Yeah, my dad has a really deep voice too. But yeah, I always had like this deep voice.
That's
crazy. And
Can you do not tricks, but do you have range with it?
Can you flip your voice up and down? Slip it low?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have like a hard time going high. Like hi, I can't.
I
can't.
bet.
It like starts to crack. Yeah.
How low can you go?
How low can I go? That's probably like the lowest I can go. That's the deepest. That's the I'm trying to go deeper.
That's crazy.
Deeper. That's
Dig
as
a
deep
little
as I can go.
That's crazy. That's
That's deep.
really low. That's a
pretty
really
good.
low octave.
That's
yeah.
pretty good. You know, I will tell you a trick,
I
a
would love
voiceover trick.
Yes. I was going to
And
ask.
and if you want to get a fake deep voice and you don't really have one, I call it the slow motion voice. You take the tip of your tongue and stuff it up underneath the back of your teeth.
Okay.
Right there. Right
Right.
It sounds
Right there.
and it's kind of like it's slow mo. It sounds like you're in slow motion. Like this is talking in just regular speech. And this is the way it is now.
Oh my God, you sound like Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
That does sound like Optimus.
That does.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
That really does.
Peter and I. Yeah, Peter's a good buddy of mine.
I was waiting for you to be like, I am
Collins.
Optimus Prime. I just sound like I just sound like I went to the dentist.
What an Autobots
Reminds me of that.
assemble.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that scene in Old School when he gets the dart in his neck. Will Ferrell. Remember that? He's,
Oh yeah. So
Sean
funny.
Williams goes like, dude, you got a fucking dart in your neck. Get out of here, man.
Comedy was
You're
so
crazy.
So funny.
I like you, but you're crazy, man.
So funny.
Oh my goodness. Good times.
Good times. Good times. And the good times are rolling
Starring
still.
Jimmy Walker.
You need to do that. What did you call it? Two star Mondays.
Yeah.
You need
Bad
to do
movie
like
Mondays.
Bad movie Mondays.
that's
You need
like
to do
our
like a
thing.
segment on your podcast if you don't already.
I might
And,
do
like,
it on my TikTok.
Bad
don't.
movie Mondays and do like a little review of like these.
It's actually, that makes me so happy that you said that because then I can watch more movies because it's for content.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it, babes. Can I have a segment on this podcast? I'm going to do it on my TikTok. How about that?
I mean, we watched them together. We could totally do
Oh
that.
my God, I'm totally doing it.
Jason and the Argonauts. That would be a good one.
Jason and the
It was
Argonauts.
out when I was a little kid, and I thought it was the coolest movie ever. And it was Ray Harryhausen, and with that stop action dragons and the big sort of claymation. I think he invented claymation.
1963 film.
Yeah, and if
it's
you
a
see
bad
it,
movie?
it is just awful.
It's horrible. I can tell by the pictures.
Yeah,
But it also is like kind of kitschy cool.
oh yeah.
Oh, I want to see this.
It's very much.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. It's
I feel like
you know
I've maybe
it's
seen
a
this.
good beer and pizza movie.
Okay.
Oh,
You know.
jeez. Oh, look at the poster. See, I like stuff like that. I'm definitely
Yeah.
going to do it. There was one, I can never remember the name of it, but it had such critical acclaim. It's like this Jesus character that's walking through a big tunnel covered in rainbows, and then he goes down to hell, and I can't even explain to you. It's horrible, but also like artistic genius.
Yeah.
It's like that. Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. One of our bad movie Mondays was, honestly, it was so bad. It's not even funny bad.
Oh,
I mean, this was about
I'll
like
find it.
It was just bad.
It was just bad. I mean, like the production value, the script was horrific. This guy was like a struggling dancer who had a wife and
Oh my God, it was
a
awful.
child, but then discovered that he was actually gay, and he was like having this relationship, but also it was then being like played out through dance. So it was just like the most awkward thing to observe as an audience member. And it was just like, these people have no clue what they're doing at all. It's not like, what was the one that James Franco did? The Disaster Artist that was based, like that became
On The Room.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
They'd still do that. They do like a monthly screening, I think,
Yeah.
at that theater in Glendale.
And
is
everyone
it?
knows
And they
every
throw the
line.
spoons and-
Yes, exactly. It's become such a cult classic.
I was looking for the one with Jonathan Rhys Meyers that he did he did after he like got back up on the horse or something like that, and he had a robot as a female. My wife was like, "Why are you watching this?" I'm like, "It's so
that
bad."
was so bad too. Like AI robot sex and like then
She was super young. You could tell it was like awkward and weird.
yeah, just
I love those. They're great.
Oh, me too.
It's what not to do. You know what I mean?
yeah, you're
You gotta know
learning
both.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you
Learn
learn.
through
Yeah,
contrast.
that's a learning process.
Totally.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that again.
exactly.
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 Went
You
over
can
like
usually
a
tell
little-
from a script. You can usually tell.
Yeah.
It's hard to mess up a good script.
Yeah. I mean,
You can.
it's
You think?
also hard to just
can.
get good scripts nowadays. I think that's part of it. Bad Movie Monday was born out of us kind of banging our heads against the wall because we were like, why? How do these things get made? Like,
Yeah,
what is what's
that's true.
happening? And
What don't we know?
yeah,
It's that
who
same
don't we
thing you
know?
talked about earlier. Like people just want to be in the industry so bad. Like
Yeah.
there's, I've met people who are billionaires who just want to fund a movie just so they can say they've produced a movie and hang out with movie stars. And we've talked about this, like in how they bring all these celebrity on camera talent to voice acting for movies, right?
Yes.
And the real reason behind it, I truly believe, is because those producers just want to hang out with a movie star. They don't care about the performance. Like they don't. You're an actor. You'll do good enough.
Yeah,
They don't understand the craft and how it changes. They're just like, I want to hang out with Joe Blow or
Exactly. And they know that name brings it in.
Right.
Even though the talent is not the same as when you go
know.
back into those original things and you're like, I don't know who that voice is, but I know it's that character.
My biggest gripe, and I say it all the time on this podcast, and I'm gonna say it again, is Vin Diesel as Groot. Why? Why did you need Vin Diesel as Groot? Why?
because it's
to get
that
those
Vin
three
Diesel.
Nobody saw that movie for Vin
syllables.
Diesel to say, I am Groot. Nobody.
That was it.
No.
That was it. That is it.
That's all he ever said.
You could have made a whole new person's life with that three words.
Yeah.
But then
New actor says, I am
Yeah.
Groot, and it's in a massive franchise.
I'll tell you
then
exactly
Vin
why
Diesel
though.
wouldn't have been in the movie.
Good.
No, but you know why? I'll tell you why. Vin Diesel and the Fast and the Furious franchise is massive.
It's massive.
Billions and
yeah,
billions
yeah.
of dollars for
Arguably
Universal.
one of the biggest franchises in the world.
So Universal will always put him wherever he may or may not want to go. He has young kids. It is very, very possible that they're like, we're just going to do this because it's $1 billion franchise and it's
Yeah.
no sweat off any. And that is studio.
It's disgusting
But
sometimes.
what that is though is the politics of this
For
this
sure.
business.
I know how it goes.
And I hear what you're saying though. It's
Yeah.
frustrating and it could make it something for somebody else and it's pointless and whatever.
To me, that like little role, that's so little and so easy,
Yeah.
but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just strikes me as greedy. It strikes me as greedy.
It does feel greedy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it does.
It's like, I need to be this or like, and I feel like I'll just go on a rant right now because I'm in it. But I feel like that's like a hard thing for a lot of this generation of actors getting into the acting business, getting into show business, is a lot of these older actors aren't going away. Like they're staying like, I'm Harrison Ford. We're going to do another one. Like
That and their kids.
and their kids.
Their kids are coming in
And
doing
their
it.
kids, absolutely. Which I will say, there's some Nepo babies that are actually really talented.
Yes.
I will say that.
Beyond.
Like Kurt Russell's son. He's a great actor.
Is that from Novocaine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
That's
That's Goldie
Homeboy.
Hawn and that's Meg Ryan.
Who's Kurt Russell's son?
Kurt Russell his name's Wyatt, I believe.
It's Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's son.
Yeah,
But
he was in.
you wouldn't. His name is Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, Wyatt Russell. He was
You're
in
not gonna recognize him.
22 Jump Street. You remember 22 Jump Street? He was like the buddy football player.
Oh, I've seen
long
him
hair.
before,
He was in
yeah.
Black Mirror. A whole bunch of other
He's
stuff.
actually really good.
He's a great actor.
You know, Maude Apatow just directed her first
saw
film.
that.
She wrote and directed
Oh.
it. And Leslie Mann, her mom, is in it. And Philip Seymour Hoffman's son is in it. And the buzz that he is getting, people are
Yeah.
basically saying that he's going to win Oscars. Like he is just, I'm forgetting his name.
Well, if he has a sliver of his dad's talent. I mean,
That's exactly. And I saw a quick clip of him on the Today Show. And of course, everyone is like, you know, did you always know you wanted to do this? And he was very much like, no, it just kind of happened. And, you know, I'm doing it for the right now and we'll see where it lands. But everyone is just.
People that have that attitude soar.
Yeah, I think, but you know what? When you are Philip Seymour Hoffman's child, and clearly now he's extremely talented, and he probably knows that, so
that
he has
helps,
the quiet
yeah.
confidence. But I was just thinking about the Nepo element of they are the next generation.
Yeah.
To have Maude Apatow writing and directing, you have Philip Seymour Hoffman starring. I was thinking about Zoe Kravitz the other day, her success.
I'm not a big hater on Nepo babies. I feel like in any avenue of humanity, you know, just because you're famous and you get these opportunities, but like nobody criticizes like a teenager going to work at their dad's coffee shop or like
hardware store.
going to work
yeah.
for your family business. Like
Totally.
I hate the notion of like don't work with family. I get it, it doesn't work for some people, but like you look around and like all the richest people work with their family. Like
They keep it in the family.
they all like they don't go out and hire other people. Like they work within their family. Like the
nothing wrong with that.
Waltons and like
Yeah.
you know, these massive corporations. Like why would it be any different in show business? Like to me, it's just the same thing of human nature. It's like
Yeah, I
you're
agree.
hiring your offspring, you know, they're working on the farm. We have 8 kids, you know, they're baling hay. Like it happens everywhere. Like my
Yeah.
dad was a fisherman, like his father before him, you know, like let's
So true. So true.
Yeah.
but then you get shit for it because you're on TV. And
Yeah, because you're so much more visible.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is
And
that,
there's other people that want that position so
yeah,
So
so many
bad.
people
Yeah,
crave
jealousy.
it.
we're going to have Nepo
Figures in.
influencers soon. Think about that.
I don't want to.
Ooh,
I just can't.
that
They've
makes
already
me mental.
started. They've already started, to be honest, because when you think about the mommy influencers or the mommy lifestyle vloggers,
Those ones are gross. I'm sorry.
but so many of
It's
their
weird to me.
so many of their children are actually the appeal.
I know.
And because they're super cute and that, so it's like they've already started.
I know
and then
one
it's-
girl, she does that with her kids, and I swear it's like she just keeps pumping out kids, so she has some young ones like to just keep putting
That's-
out there.
That's unfortunate. That's dangerous.
The Octo Mom.
The original. Oh my God.
Original.
Natasha. Like, yeah, the original Octo.
So what's what is your next? Is there anything shaking right now that
No,
we
we're-
should be bragging about? Well, I mean, because the whole world watches.
Oh well, well, thank you, whole world.
Right.
Yeah, we're just really, really proud of the podcast Tea Time with Raven
Yeah.
and Miranda on YouTube and anywhere you get your podcasts from. Like I said, we are constantly out in the industry pitching things, and hopefully we can come back to you and we have sold something. But as of
Sounds
right
good.
now, we're just crafting the mission statement, and I have a few movies in the queue that I can't talk about that we're both a part of. But yeah,
nice.
we're going to stay consistent in the industry as best as we can, knowing that we are a lesbian mixed race couple. I think it's really important that we continue to craft stories that help our community
Sure.
and others as well, not just ours, but you know, just because we look and are like this doesn't mean that our story can't connect to something that doesn't look like us. And I think that's
Oh,
really
yeah.
important for us
mean,
to
yeah.
keep out there and keep pushing.
Yeah. Well, Shakespeare did it. Good enough for him.
It's good enough for us.
Shakespeare can do it. We can do it.
That's right. Amen.
Amen.
My parents would love that.
All right.
Man,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
us.
that was a
you
great
guys.
conversation.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was nice meeting you both.
You
Same,
too.
same.
Same here.
And we hope you guys out there enjoyed watching. And if you did, be sure to like and subscribe. And I've said this many times before, but YouTube is just such a weird website. It's a great website, but it's weird because you can watch something once and then it's never recommended again. So make sure that doesn't happen to you.
That's true.
Like and subscribe. Put notifications on if you really like it that much. And if you like it so much you want more, good news for you. There's bonus content on Patreon. That's right. We appreciate all our Patreon subscribers. You can find extended interviews that don't air here on YouTube, and a whole bunch of other fun stuff, questions and answers, all that good stuff. If you want some merchandise, Shopify, Jim Cummings Closet, and I believe that just about does it. I'm producer Chris, the legend, Mr. Jim Cummings. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Raven-Symoné, Miranda
Pleasure.
Maday. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.